Hi, and welcome to this week's Monday live card reading. My hair was just a little bit annoying, so just put it up again. And it happened just after I put the go live button. So now let's see. Um, so we are having two sets of cards today, one Oracle and one Tarot. Let's see, the Archangel Power Tarot and the Sacred Forest Oracle. And the Archangel Power Tarot has, for each suit there is an Archangel. So Ariel, for instance, is two of coins. So two of Oriels. Ariel, sorry. This one is upside down. Sorry. And for each of the major arcana, we have an archangel. For instance, the Emperor in this deck is Archangel Uriel's energy, and in another deck, the Angel Oracle, it's I know it's Michael. He has Michael has whole three major oracle in the Angel Tarot. But that's not the card for today. So each suit has an archangel to it, and the swords are Michael. So yeah, so that's interesting. I find they work quite well with an oracle deck because they have somewhat different in the energy than traditional tarot. And we have this beautiful art here from the sorry, I'm a little bit off. Sacred Forest Oracle, for instance, with the wolf spirit and family. It might come up when I shuffle and pull cards. It might not. And the same with this bluebird spirit with happiness and family. So it was some message in this with family and happiness. Hi, Putya. I am very fine, thank you. A little bit confused. I don't know if I'm still influenced by the teen of the house. She left a little while ago and she didn't feel all that well. So I think I'm going to shake a little bit off. She's having an exam later on today. Written exam. So I'm going to away with that. So it could be. Or something messing with my hair. Anyway, I need to go to the hairdresser to get a little bit of, it's getting a little bit too fluffy and stuff, and it's a long time ago. Anyway, still in the process, I know. Anyway, we're going to get started with the cards, and besides the ones catching me live, I have a request from someone dear to me. Pulling a card for one of her granddaughters. So I will do that also, but I have to take a little bit look at the energy of the week. Hopefully not too much Mercury retrograde. so the when I think I'm live and then poof, I'm not. I would really be grateful for that not to happen today. So let's get started. We are going to begin with the Sacred Forest. Yeah, very true. This one literally got stuck in my hand, so I guess one more. Not now, later. Yes, one more later, not now. Okay, that's interesting. Now once more on the button, the wolf spirit with family. Okay, so this is definitely something to do with something. I will put that a little bit aside and see if two times in the button, at first and after I've shuffled. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we have the eagle spirit for freedom, and you mentioned Mercury retrograde. I bet there's some that would love to be free from the energy of Mercury retrograde. But all jokes aside, sometimes it can be a little bit, now my email is being weird again and stuff like that. And oh, I thought I had read that, but I did not. All you know, all that sort of, and some little extra mind flood and stuff. Some of us can be, some can be a little extra perceptive to that during those periods of time. But for real, it's this ego spirit is actually quite a cure for Mercury retrograde, because it's about seeing everything from a higher perspective, from a little bit above. Say, okay, now it's time for me to sort of not go back. That's a bit too strong, but sort of reevaluate things that have been sort of not pushed off, but you have maybe waited a little bit too long to begin something you've thought about for a while. Now is the time to begin that. Especially also because we have had this big full moon with the eclipse, so it's time to really, all that procrastination style you might still have been going in some areas of your life. Now that's finally time to say, okay, that's finished. I'm done with that. Let's go back and see how I can do this different to serve me and my loved ones and my surroundings better. Okay, and to do that, it often can be very helpful to see everything from a bigger perspective, to sort of, you know, take the eagle up high, or put yourself in the helicopter and look upon the world and your life and everything a little more. Okay, it's my life, and it's here, and it's now, and everything's happening with me, to me, for me, around me. Lots of things happening around, because things are really changing. So it's important. That makes it extra important, instead of feeling you get sucked in, to rise above, fly on the wings of the eagle, be the eagle, lift yourself a little bit above and say, okay, I am going to look at the bigger picture here. What is the learning in this? What can I take from this? And how is it connected? Especially when it's connected to something back in time, with Mercury retrograde still going on. And maybe some family patterns. How is it connected? I really get the family here is for family patterns for some, and for others more like support in your family. It can be your blood family, it can be a family of friends, self-chosen families, that it's important to see who is, you know, go a little bit above and see who is your true family. Not just the blood family, that's of course also a family, and for some of them can also be your true family, but maybe not all of them. Maybe if maybe not even all, any of them. It's different, you know, people to people, person to person. But you have this family, and for you to see, it can be a good thing to raise yourself a little bit above. Okay, who do I feel connected to? It doesn't have to be someone physically in your close by life or close by surroundings. It can be, of course, and it's nice when it is, of course, but there can also be someone else in groups, and maybe someone you feel connected to in different areas. Someone, if you read a book from someone, or you listen to something, or you just see this sort of some affirmations, you feel, oh, I feel that I belong here in this kind of thinking. That's also sort of a family, and you know, that can help you see the bigger perspective of things, and help you see how things are connected, and how to handle what comes along. We also have this little Pegasus, this winged horse here. So let's say the eagle already have the perspective, because that's the symbol of, you know, flying high, and have the eagle's perspective because it's a bird of prey, big bird of prey, and that needs to have this perspective to be able to feed itself. But let's say this little winged horse here is you. Well, it's perspective, so it's close by. So you can lift yourself up also. Maybe not literally as the eagle, but you know, with your thoughts, with your mind, in spirit also. It's also about lifting, not just lifting and see it all from above, but also about lifting your spirit. And here you're I feel that it's a soul family most, but it can also be, of course, close friends and stuff that can help you get to that place, get to that feeling that, okay, I can see the things, the bigger picture here. I can see the bigger picture here. It's not just about little old me down here in my everyday life. Of course, that's also about that, but it's not just that. It's bigger, and I have my part to play in it, and it's important for me to see how things are connected, to see a little bit from above and not getting drawn into it, so I can find my support and feel my support. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, that too. Free from fighting thoughts. That too. That's a really good point. So I will have a card from the no, not from the Ancient Tarot. One more from the Sacred Forest. This one actually. Oh, that's interesting. That's the Wise Woman of the Grove. But the interesting is about grace. I feel that it's the this word here, grace. About grace towards yourself, about grace, and yeah, I get the word forgiveness also. So finding the grace by seeing it all a little bit from above, and about forgiving yourself, maybe for things you did previous, maybe for forgiving yourself for hitting yourself in the head for all the stupid things you think you did. But it has been learning processes, and while still being in Mercury retrograde about a week more, it's about learning. It's about saying, okay, what can I learn from this? And you have support. You have support from your family, whether it's blood family, chosen family, soul family, or a mix of two or three of them. Okay, you have the support. So that's interesting. We're not going to use this for the general energy of the day today. Interesting. But I am going to use it for personal cards for you, Kucha, if you would like a card. And for the request, I'm also going to use that deck. So that's interesting. So for the energy, the Oracle, and for the personal cards, the Tarot. The Archangel Power Tarot. So, Pooja, are you ready for a card? Do you want a card? That's so interesting. I found one for you. Oh, that's so interesting. You have the Knight of Ariel. And in traditional, it's the, I'm thinking Knight of Earth, Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. It's about being trustworthy. I will show you in a minute. Because it's interesting for me where your focus goes today. Today, my focus went on the two persons. The angel down here and him up here. Not the horse in the middle filling most of the picture. Not today. Of course it was there, but first I saw him and her and him. I cannot say which I saw first. For me today, it feels a little bit like the horse sort of feels like it sort of stands in the way. It's safe and secure up there on the horse, but it sort of also stands in the way. So I get that the security and the feeling of being secure on some level stands in the way of taking the steps to plan, to begin, yeah, to begin to set the intentions for the new cycles and the new wishes. I don't know if that makes sense. That's really what it feels like. That even though it's very secure and stable and lovely card and a very nice energy for you for this week, then it feels like this great security in some way also can hold you back from sowing seeds to grow more, because security, nice, I know what I have, I know this is nice, and I know how to take care of myself and my loved ones, and it feels why change a good thing, why change it when it works, you know? The answer to that is because it can get even better. It can get even better. This is a very benign card about stability and stuff. So it's about trusting, your angels, the supportive energies, that when you set out the intention to even more good to happen, while being grateful for what you already had. I'm not telling you to put away and set away anything. I'm saying that being grateful for what you have, and from that position of gratefulness, set new intentions, put new wishes out sow new seeds for new things to begin to sprout and enter into your life, so it can be even better and feel even more fulfilled. Does that make sense? Yeah. But also Mercury retrograde on the brain, maybe if you're affected, especially if it's where it can affect you how to move forward. This card doesn't say move quickly forward and you need to get an action. It says, okay, things are going a little bit slow, but I can be grateful for what I have. I can be grateful for the things I am able to. I can be grateful for my view of life. Whatever it feels like, oh, this warms my heart. And the gratefulness will put you in a position where it's more easy to sort of nurture the seed you sow. It's not about going out taking lots of action and things need to happening right here, right now, and preferably yesterday. That's not it. So it's okay. It's moving a little slow. That's okay. But the standstill and getting in the way for yourself, not so much, okay? So remember, even though the security is nice and things are moving a little slow, take that it's a good idea to take that as an opportunity to say, okay, where do I feel grateful? I feel grateful for my security in this and that, and my way. Good. I'm so glad it makes sense. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I can help, and it makes sense. And then, set new intentions from that state of gratefulness, because that will help you attract new development and help you attract more fulfillment and help you attract the ideas of movement in the next direction that is the best for you at this point. Okay, so it's okay, it's moving slow as long as it is moving. Okay, not a total standstill, but it will not be if you sow new seeds while remember what are you feeling secure for, what are you grateful about. Then you little by little, and that's fine, that's how it's supposed to be right here, right now. Maybe next week it's something a little more, you can see and then while you will be able to see and feel that things are beginning to change energy wise, usually first. So I'm glad that makes sense. I have a sip of water and then I will do my request reading. So, also from the Archangel Power Tarot. And this reading is for Pearl, a granddaughter from one of my Australian friends. she's going to have 2 cards. That's interesting. So let's see how they're going to speak to each other and to us and to her in particular. This one. Okay. So Pearl, you got 8 of Gabriel and King of Michael. So this is all about a lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. You can feel that's a lot of activity going on. You can be and you can be in lots of that activity, and even though it's nice that things are happening, it can also feel like, okay, I'm floating right up here, and yeah, I'm moving fast and things are moving fast, but will it ever slow down again? Maybe, but it's about happening lots of things, and it's okay. It's okay, things are happening, and it's okay it's happening a bit fast because you can handle it. You're right up there with them. And you have the King of Michael. And King of Michael, he is perfect in organizing. So if you things a little bit too airy and up in the air, like whoa, how, when, a little bit too rushing and too unorganized, then you have the energy from King of Michael to help you organize. You can organize so it won't feel overwhelming. It's easy for you to organize as long as you say to yourself, tell yourself, remember that remembering that you have this in yourself also. You have these organization skills within you. So you are asked to organize so you can be grounded in all the things that are happening, so you can follow up with all the things happening. Put some logic and system in what is happening, and use your brain to sort of, let things feel more light, so it won't feel like all these birds over here are, how can I put it, are trying to put you down and stay in your way. So use the skills of logic, use the skills of planning, and then it will feel like, then you will, it will feel very much more likely, way more easy to be within all the things happening and to handle whatever comes, and maybe even put a few things more on the way yourself, because we also have a couple of doves over here. But it's important, no matter, he's also telling you, he's also asking you, no matter how busy you are, no matter how many things happening, it's important that you stay true to yourself and, having the integrity in whatever you do and in whatever choices you make. And the more things happening, the more things you are involved in, the more important they are that you stay true to yourself and you use that logical and systematic mind to sort of get things moving on the way, in the good way that feels right for you. Compromise is fine as long as you do not compromise for what you stand for and for who you are. Okay, so that's the advice for Pearl for this week, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's fine that your grandmother asked of me to pull a few cards for you today. I'm glad it was so helpful, Pooja. I'm so glad for it. Yeah, we're going to have an ending card from, still not the tarot, still the the Sacred Force. That's so interesting. That nothing from the tarot, from the energy, but only tarot for the personal cards. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this is beautiful final words for today. the aspect spirit about courage, about having courage within this life, within your life. And it goes beautiful with this first card. Having the courage to see things from a higher perspective, having the courage to, you know, be the Pegasus, use your wings and get up there with the eagle. And get up there into the skies and see the higher perspective for you and see how things are connected. Have the courage to that, because the worst thing can happen, and that's not even the worst, nothing bad can happen by seeing the higher perspective. You might find yourself being in need of a little extra grace towards yourself and the world and other people, but that's okay. That's actually quite okay. You might even be so lucky to realize and see and find and feel more feeling of family and where do you belong. Because wolf spirit, I feel that the wolf, I have a special connection self to the wolf, but that's another story for another day. But I feel it's a very helpful animal. I feel it's a very helpful spirit, the wolf spirit. It helps and supports the wolf pack taking care of their own. So the spirit wolf pack will take care of their own. So when feeling and finding your family, blood family, chosen family, spirit family, a mix of any of the above, you will be supported, you will be safe. So have the courage to soar high in the sky and see how things are connected. Have the courage to take an extra look at your life. Have the courage to take an extra look at how things are connected, and have the courage to acknowledge that there are more than one kind of family, and then you are part of one, two, maybe even part of more than one. You know, you have the blood family, you have your chosen family, you have a spirit family. And most likely, some of that spirit family are in your chosen family. And if you're lucky, some of that spirit family are in your blood family too. But take the bigger look, see how it's connected, and have courage to see how they are connected. Then it will be so easy to feel the grace, to see the grace and have grace for yourself, about when you feel you have done something that was a mistake, maybe you feel that, then have the grace about that and forgive yourself. See yourself and the situation from a higher perspective. Probably it's been about learning in some way or another. Okay, some of the lessons are hard and tough, and some are not. So grace, courage, and family of all kinds. I'm going to have these two cards hold up. So eagle spirit, wolf spirit, freedom and family. Find your family, find your freedom through your soul family. If that is your wish, you are supported doing that this week. Okay, extra supported around to doing that this week. So that was it for this week, and thank you, Pooja, for catching me here live. I think it's so nice when you're here, and when someone else is here too. Of course, it's nice when someone interact with me in these readings. It's nice. It feels more like homey, and yeah, it feels nice. So have a lovely day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and have a nice week. Take care, and higher perspective, soul family. Okay? Bye for now. See you next week.